Hey, hold on a second. Did you have fruit for breakfast this morning? You ate less carbs and had fruit instead? That's actually not a great idea. Seriously. I know. Everyone says fruit is healthy, right? But here's the thing. For people worried about blood sugar, fruit can be just as risky as bread. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? This isn't just my opinion. This is what many endocrinologists are starting to say. Today, I'm going to share some information that might surprise you. Why your blood sugar won't go down even though you're eating healthy. Why you can't lose that belly fat no matter what you do. And blood sugar management tips you can start today for free. Literally costs you nothing. Just $2 at the grocery store, just lifting your heels while sitting. Watch this video till the end and I'll tell you everything. Let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is fruit. Please, hear me out on this one. Everyone says carbs are the problem, right? Cut the bread, cut the pasta, cut the rice. But here's the thing. The glucose in those carbs, it's actually used by your body. Your brain uses it, your muscles use it, it becomes energy. But the fructose in fruit, it works differently. It goes straight to your liver. And what does the liver do with it? It can turn it into fat. That fat tends to accumulate around your belly. Visceral fat. And visceral fat is a major driver of insulin resistance. You know what Dr. Robert Lustig from UCSF says? Fructose is alcohol without the buzz. That's how he describes its effect on your liver. Whole grain bread and then fruit for dessert? That combination might not be helping you as much as you think. Think of fruit as nature's candy. It's natural, but it's still sugar. If you're struggling with blood sugar, consider cutting back on fruit before cutting bread. Okay, so here's what most people don't understand. You've been told it's all about willpower, right? Just eat less, exercise more. It's simple. But that's not the whole story. Here's the truth. Insulin resistance is often the real problem. Think of it like this. Insulin is the key that opens the door to your cells. When you have insulin resistance, the lock is rusty. The key doesn't work very well anymore. So glucose just stays in your blood. It can't get into your cells. Your pancreas works overtime, pumping out more insulin, but the doors still won't open properly. It's like pushing a broken door harder and harder. Eventually, your pancreas can get exhausted. That's not a willpower problem. That's a metabolic problem. So stop blaming yourself. The goal isn't just to eat less. It's to fix that rusty lock. Now, let me tell you something important. It might sound scary, but you need to hear this. Diabetes is often silent, but its complications can be serious. High blood sugar over time can damage your blood vessels. The tiny vessels in your eyes, they can be affected. This can lead to vision problems. Your feet, poor circulation can cause major issues. Your kidneys, they can be affected too. Dr. Jason Fung, a nephrologist, puts it this way. Type 2 diabetes is a dietary disease that often requires a dietary solution. The point is, early management matters. What you eat today affects your health years from now. That's why taking action now is so important. Okay, enough about the risks. Let me give you solutions, and they won't cost you a dime. When you eat, you probably start with bread or carbs first, right? Try switching it up. The order actually matters. Here's what you can do. Vegetables first, then protein. Carbs last. Just this change alone can help reduce blood sugar spikes. Why? The fiber from vegetables creates a layer in your stomach. When carbs come in on top of that, they absorb more slowly. Blood sugar rises more gradually. Research from Weill Cornell Medicine supports this approach. You don't have to change what you eat, just change the order. Starting tonight, try eating your salad first. Okay, eating order is covered. What should you drink? This costs almost nothing. I call it lemon cucumber water. 2 liters of water, half a lemon, 1 cucumber sliced. That's it. The citric acid in lemon may help with blood sugar response. The water and fiber in cucumber can support hydration and satiety. There's another option too. Apple cider vinegar. 1 tablespoon in a glass of water. Some people drink it before meals. Some studies suggest it may help with blood sugar response. Expensive supplements? You might not need them. $2 at the grocery store. That's a good place to start. Now let's talk about movement. You don't need a gym membership. This is super simple. Try lifting your heels while sitting. That's it. There's a muscle in your calf called the soleus. This muscle uses glucose for energy. When you lift your heels, the soleus activates. Glucose can be pulled from your blood into the muscle. You can do this sitting down. You can do this standing up. You can do this while watching TV. Your calves are like a second heart. They help with circulation too. Try it right now. But timing matters for best results. When should you move? This is key. You eat and then crash on the couch, right? That might be the problem. About 30 minutes after eating. That's when blood sugar tends to peak. That's when moving can help the most. I'm not saying run a marathon. Just walk. Pace around your house. Do the dishes. Just stand for 10 minutes. Your muscles will use that glucose. Blood sugar spike? It can be reduced. Eating then couch? Not ideal. Eating then 10-minute walk? It can make a real difference. Tonight after dinner, try standing for 10 minutes. Last lifestyle tip for blood sugar. Try to avoid late-night snacking. It can be tough on your pancreas. The hours between dinner and sleep, that's when your pancreas can rest. If you eat at night, your pancreas has to work again. More insulin gets released. Your pancreas is working around the clock. It's like running an engine non-stop. It can wear down over time. Late-night snacks? Try to avoid them. Stick to water. Starting today, try no food after 7 p.m. Now, if you're eating right and moving, your blood sugar should improve. But many of you asked for extra help, so let's talk about supplements. I've selected 5 natural supplements that research suggests may help, but be careful. Quality matters. You don't want cheap products with questionable ingredients. So, to save you time, I've put a list of high-quality brands I personally trust in the pinned comment below. You don't need to take notes or search for them. Just check the link later. Now, focus on why these work. Let's start with the #1 recommendation, Banaba leaf. Why is Banaba leaf a top pick? Because some call it natural insulin. Here's why. Banaba leaf contains something called corosolic acid. Here's what it does. You know the glucose floating in your blood? There's a transporter that helps it enter your cells. It's called GLUT4. Corosolic acid may help activate GLUT4. This can help glucose move from your blood into your cells. It works in a way that's similar to how insulin works. That's why some people call it natural insulin. Plus, it may help with triglycerides and cholesterol too. Want to try managing naturally before medication? Banaba leaf might be worth considering. The second supplement to consider is bitter melon extract. Bitter melon? Yeah, I know the taste is rough, but it has some interesting properties. Bitter melon contains compounds like charentin and something called P-insulin. What's P-insulin? It's a plant-based compound. It may help your liver process glucose more efficiently, and it might help reduce glucose production. But here's the interesting part. The beta cells in your pancreas. These are the cells that make insulin. Some research suggests bitter melon may support these cells. Banaba leaf not enough? Consider adding bitter melon extract. Don't want the bitter taste? Take it as a capsule. The third supplement to consider is cinnamon. But wait, don't just grab any cinnamon off the shelf. The type matters. Cinnamon contains compounds that may help with insulin sensitivity. What does that mean? Your cells may respond better to insulin, so you might need less insulin to manage blood sugar. Plus, it may slow down digestion. Food stays in your stomach longer. Blood sugar might rise more slowly after meals. But here's the important part. Regular cinnamon, Cassia cinnamon, contains higher levels of coumarin, which can be hard on your liver with long-term use. Ceylon cinnamon is generally considered safer for regular use. If you're going to supplement with cinnamon, look for Ceylon cinnamon specifically. The fourth supplement is Berberine. Berberine works in a way that's similar to Metformin, the common diabetes medication. Your body has an energy metabolism switch called AMPK. Berberine may help activate that switch. When AMPK is activated, your cells can burn more glucose. This mechanism is similar to how Metformin works. Plus, your liver produces glucose, especially overnight. People with high fasting blood sugar, even though they didn't eat anything, that's often the liver releasing glucose. Berberine may help reduce that. It could be especially helpful for fasting blood sugar. But here's the thing, berberine is fairly potent. Consider trying Banaba, bitter melon, and cinnamon first. If those aren't enough, berberine might be the next step. Fifth one. This one has research behind it, but it's not for everyone. It's fenugreek. Fenugreek has some solid studies, but why is it listed last? Fenugreek contains a special amino acid, 4-hydroxyisoleucine. It may help stimulate insulin secretion when blood sugar is elevated. Pretty interesting mechanism, right? And it's high in soluble fiber. This fiber forms a gel-like substance in your gut. Carbs may absorb more slowly. But here's something to consider. It can potentially affect hormones. Women especially should be cautious. That's why fenugreek is more of a last resort. Try other options first. If nothing else works, then consider fenugreek with guidance from a healthcare provider. Supplements too complicated? Then let me tell you about simple foods that may support blood sugar. Just about $2 at the grocery store. First, onions. Onions contain quercetin. Some research suggests this may help with blood sugar. It may also support cardiovascular health. Raw is often considered best. If it's too strong, cook it lightly. Second, radishes or daikon. Radishes contain compounds that may support digestion. Add them to soups or salads. They may help with blood sugar stability. Third, cucumbers. Cucumbers are 90% water, high in potassium, so they may help with blood pressure too. Eat half a cucumber before meals. You'll feel fuller and blood sugar may rise more slowly. Remember, onions, radishes, cucumbers. Pick these up next time you're at the store. So what should you watch out for? No sugar-added fruit juice. You thought no sugar added was safe, right? Not exactly. No sugar added just means they didn't add sugar. It doesn't mean there's no sugar. Fruit juice? The fruit itself contains fructose. 1 glass of no sugar-added orange juice can have over 20 grams of sugar. Milk has sugar too. It has lactose. That's a type of sugar. It can affect blood sugar. No sugar added equals won't raise blood sugar? That's a common misconception. Check the nutrition label, look at the total carbohydrate content. Don't let marketing labels fool you. All right, I covered a lot today. Let me end with some encouragement. This is the most important part. Do you have to take medication forever? Not necessarily. For many people, type 2 diabetes can be improved significantly with lifestyle changes. Some people are even able to reduce or stop medication under their doctor's supervision. Doctors call it remission. I like to call it graduation. 60 years old, it's not too late to make changes. 70 years old, still not too late. Everything I told you today, change your eating order, try lemon cucumber water, lift your heels, fast for 4 hours after dinner. These changes can make a real difference. Work with your body, not against it. Give your pancreas a break. You might be surprised what's possible. All right, remember these 3 key points from today. First, for people with blood sugar concerns, fruit can be just as problematic as bread. Fructose can contribute to belly fat. Second, it's often not about willpower. It's about addressing insulin resistance and giving your pancreas a rest. Third, many solutions cost nothing. Change your eating order, lift your heels, fast for 4 hours after dinner. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. If someone in your family is dealing with blood sugar issues, share this video with them. Leave your questions in the comments, and I'll cover them in future videos. I'm rooting for your health journey. See you in the next one.